A little late. What's going on, guys? Sorry for being a little late. We had some things we were chatting about. Don't mind the mess behind me. We have yet to clean the house again. We just moved out, or moved a friend in not too long ago. So you'll be seeing her here and there. But no, we're gonna be talking some big news. We're gonna start talking about some merch too, because we were actually discussing about some merch with one of my.
Hi everyone, I'm back here too, by the way.
Yeah, she's back there. So we're gonna be discussing some merch. We're gonna be getting some merch pretty soon from one of my relatives that's gonna be helping us get that started, which is very exciting. If you guys haven't noticed that we have a new logo started. Here I could actually get that started and show you guys what that looks like. No, due to some things that happened. Actually, just go this way. We actually had to. I wish my laptop would actually run a little bit smoother. There we go. All right, so. So, not too long ago, I was looking around for people that did some creative, very creative things for the business. And, so I'm just trying to find it for you guys. There we go. I'm not going to be able to show my face. I won't be able to see anything if anyone.
You're interrupting a party for my best pal that my little sister worked pretty hard to put on. Hold it.
Bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to.
Take a picture on your phone and then show it on your phone.
Oh, I'm just going to print it out because I was going to print it out again anyways.
You can put that on the door.
That's what I'm going to do.
Or hang it in the rubber.
Yeah. Print. I want to make sure I print it as color. I think it's going to print as color. So, I'm hoping that prints as color. I still have the screen up too, so just in case. So, I don't mind the ding in the background. I have people shooting me up messages and left and right.
Yeah, we're getting married in 2 months.
Yeah, we're getting married in 2 months, so a bunch of people are trying to get a hold of me and whatnot, and it's getting pretty crazy. So, I'm hoping this prints out as color. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to hit a button and try to get that. Oh no, okay, shoot, it's awesome. It's going as color now. So make this bigger again. So no, this is the new logo as soon as it comes out all the way. It's really awesome. I got this guy named I believe it's Jimmy. This Jimmy fellow made this for me, and I did post it up on post it on Facebook of this dude. Check that out later. Jason Wilson King. That's who on Facebook. If you guys want to see any business logos, he will do a fantastic job. He's a little pricey, but he does a fantastic job, and it's honestly by far, I'm thoroughly happy. Like when I showed the logo to Harley, she loves it.
Mhm.
It's better than the one I had before with the iguana, and then looked like a child that looks like it will attract more children. This one by far is honestly the best logo I've gotten so far. Which there'll be updates with the logo at some point down the line more, but this is more going to be more permanent for now. So this is the new logo that's going on. So I'm actually gonna end up having someone making a plaque at some point for me, so I can hang it up on the rep room. So yeah, which is awesome. But no, I'm gonna be going back to talking about reptiles. We're gonna be getting a new reptile pretty soon, so which is gonna be awesome. And what that's gonna entail is it's gonna be a well, yeah, I'm gonna mention it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna full send this. So we're gonna be getting a red-tailed a red-tailed boa. Almost had a red-tailed tree boa. No, it's gonna be a red-tailed it's gonna be a red-tailed boa. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, but it's gonna be a cool morph. It's almost all black red tail, which by far, honestly, out of all the red tails I've ever seen so far, is a really cool boa. And we've seen a lot of red tails before, but nothing like this. So it's honestly, it's insane to see this type of boa available. And for as the price they're asking for, honestly, I would have charged more for the boa. Like I would have charged at least, I don't know, like 1,000 if not more, just for this morph. So yeah, but no, for red tails, they're a really easy species to work with, long as you hold them daily, long as you're maintaining their feed schedule, long as you give them the right amount, and just in general, just be ready for their sure size because they get well over 8 feet in length, if not a little bigger.
And it's my dreamsake.
Yep, she has always wanted a red tail before, and I've always wanted a red tail, but she recently lost some reptiles that were very dear to her. So in memorability, we're gonna get her a new reptile for now, and then eventually down the line we may get more, but we're gonna wait until we get the other room fixed because that we have the other room is kind of not in the best shape. Room I have now works. It's just we're gonna end up putting another rack in there, and then I'm gonna start.
It's just a small room,
Yeah.
so we can't have as many reptiles as we'd like in there.
Yeah, and this new room that I'm fixing up is gonna be more sound place where I can start doing videos better and more space to move around, and also make sure it's more secure because there are some holes I got to patch up from old roommates and fix that all up and get that more fixable. So I just want to make sure I got the right size for red tails because I want to say they're 8 feet in length. Yeah, so I was right. So females get about to 9 feet in length, and then males get 8 feet in length. So they do get fairly big, but not as bad as a Burmese or a retic or I believe so. So we will. So I believe it's a female. I could be wrong. And if it isn't, then it's gonna be a male. So it's gonna only get about like 8 feet in length and 9 feet in length. Well, no, only 8 feet. But that's if that's normal. Normally how big they get. Snakes never stop growing, in my opinion. They'll get as big as an enclosure gets sometimes. Like some of our snakes,
Get as big as our
yeah. And the bigger enclosure they get, sometimes they actually grow into that and get comfortable in that. Now, with retics, they get a ridiculous size. They get like 16 plus sometimes. I believe that's how big they get. I could be wrong again. But they get a ridiculous size. That's why they need at least a 3 to a 200 gallon enclosure. And sometimes you want to do bioactive with some of these snakes, because if you don't do a bioactive, they're not giving them the best life. Yeah, you don't have to do a bioactive setup and give them the best life, but in my opinion, it helps their shedding and also helps their eating behaviors. It gives them more diversity of hiding and whatnot.
Plus, it also makes them feel like they're in their natural environment as well, which makes them feel more at home and more at ease and less stressed.
Exactly. So, with anything with their natural habitat, it gives them a better life of growing and being a better reptile, in my opinion. And here in Kearns Exotics, that's what we aim for. We aim for giving all our critters the best, happiest life, and trying to make sure they're always well fed, they're always getting enough nutrients as they need, and that's what they truly deserve, is a happy, healthy life. So, yeah. And pretty soon we're going to be pulling out someone. I don't know who yet. I honestly, I would probably pull out someone small, nothing too crazy. So I might pull out some red beaks. I might pull out a hog nose. I don't know. So yeah. So maybe once we get her here, we can start talking more about reptiles and care and whatnot. We are going to be doing a temporary setup just for quarantine purposes, making sure she's okay. I have a bin set up and everything. That's going to be put screen, stapled down, and then we're going to put moss in there so I can also make sure she's comfortable, because normally you don't want to do for quarantine with, you want newspaper or rolls of not toilet paper, paper towels, so you can see their poop, so you can see what's goes on in their system. But with where they're from, or where this girl is from, I trust these guys. These guys I'm getting her from, honestly, she's in good hands. So just for temporary setup, we're going to make sure she's feeding, eating well. Frozen feeding is going to be a thing with her. She eats only frozen thawed adult mice, I believe that's what they said. Not adult rats. Mice? Is it mice? Okay. So yeah, it's only adult mice now, which is honestly a good thing. Like, I can work with that. So then I have to get adult mice and whatnot.
Money generated from the site. Once we get enough members playing the butt trumpet, we'll sell x-rays and make a fortune.
But any large species of snakes are kind of insane. So yeah, we can talk a little more. So any large species of snakes are always going to be an issue with habitat and also having an enclosure, because you want to at least have either a 120 or a 150 eventually once they get their teen life. Because if you get up to their teen life, then you're going to be like, okay, a 120, a 150 is going to make sense. With this girl, she's going to easily need a 120 enclosure. And then eventually, once she gets to a full length, she's going to get needed to I don't know. I think an 8-foot snake would need a 250. at least just to be comfortable and move around. And then you need a large water system, in my opinion. Like you would need to go to Walmart and those big bins, those big deep bins. You put in that in an enclosure, they're comfortable. They can soak in that all day and just be fine. And once you're able to do that and then get large feed, because eventually these snakes would end up being like large rodents like rabbits and large rats. And I'm not talking about like the itty bitty things. I'm talking about the large, here's the tail, here's the body rats. Like, well, that, of course, this is exaggerating, but a large rat is what they would need to be suffice. And the rats, you need quite a few, but if you get a rabbit, that's going to be a little better. So, and of course, red tails and ticks and boa constrictors, they're all constrictor from the constrictor family, of course, and hence the boa constrictor. They constrict their food, so what that means is basically they're going to be suffocating their food over time. Every time you try to wiggle your way out of their grip, they're going to tighten their grip and tighten their jaw over time to the point where the animal doesn't breathe no more. That's what a bald python and a.
So what you want to do is remain relaxed. So the more that you move and the more you tense, the snake is going to feel that, so it's going to tighten.
Yep.
Once you relax, the snake is going to relax, so then you can get out. Always keep in mind, staying calm in that situation is being your best friend. Always stay calm, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. And if you don't stay calm while you're being bit, you're gonna either lose all blood to that part of your body, or depending on where you're being suffocated at. If, like, say I get bit by my hand, and if I'm trying to move around, trying to get the snake off of me, all it's gonna do is gonna fight me and keep trying to wrap around and suffocate my hand. But you can only imagine if it bites anywhere else, what would happen. If you do manage to get out of the grip and just stay calm, that's the best way. But another way to get said reptile off, it's a painful way, not only for the person that's being bit, but it's also damaging the animal, and that's ripping it off. And my dad has a bull python. The first time he's ever been bit by her was a very, very intense moment, because he actually got bit around his wrist, and he had a nice scar on his wrist. And that's another thing. These snakes will leave scars. They will leave marks. And if they do, they will leave scars. But my dad actually his hand almost went completely blue, but he had to work careful enough and slowly rip her off just in case anything seriously happens. One thing to note is these snakes are not just ordinary snakes like bull pythons. They will hurt you if you give them an opportunity, but if you give them enough respect and space, you'll be fine. And there's no harm towards you. And make sure you feed them the right amount, quantity, everything is always key. Like right now, both our bald pythons that are actively eating, they eat at least 2 hoppers. And they only take 2 hoppers because that's all they really would eat. If anything, I would like to give both our snakes more, because that's something I would like them to do. And pretty soon our male crystal morph, he's going to be starting eating adult mice, because he's barely eating the hoppers now, which is, again, exciting, but also is going to hurt our wallets very much. I'm not ready for that. And
Oh, I'm not ready for him to be a big boy yet.
yeah, no, we're definitely not ready for him to be fully grown. We still see him as our baby, but at the end of the day, he's gonna be our breeder. He is definitely going to be a breeder, and it's not going to be an exciting colorization just because he's a crystal morph. And as crystal morphs, that's the end of that morph. You get nothing fancier than a crystal morph, which I've learned. Which is not exciting, but hey, it's all right. But no, boa constrictors, in my opinion, are awesome to keep. But if you don't know what you're doing, you could be seriously hurt or worse. And no one wants that. No one wants to have a fear of snakes. Like, I know a couple of people that are actually scared of snakes. And the always the one thing I always try to convince people with is snakes aren't evil. Snakes are not bad. They're not slimy. They're not
scary.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're okay. With any kind of snake, it's just no. I'm gonna go pull out a reptile. And who should I pull out first? Mochi? Alright, I'm gonna go pull out Mochi. I shall be back momentarily. Nah, I'm okay. So, for the people that don't know Mochi, he's a... Should we say Western or should we say Eastern? Because he looks more Western to me.
Can't you look back at the messages?
You never told me.
You could ask him what one he was.
I also want to say he was a Western because he has the colorization of the Western. I want to say he's a Western hognose snake.
Look it up because both their colorizations are different.
Yeah.
That's how you tell them apart.
Yeah. So a Western, we're saying Western right now. We'll do our research, and then next video we'll confirm if he's a Western or
We
Eastern.
could do a poll.
Yeah, we can do a poll. We can also.
What do you guys think? Do you think Mochi is a Western or an Eastern hognose?
I will actually post up on Instagram saying either do you think it's a Western or Eastern, because I never was told that if he was. And I honestly don't want to text him because he's going to be like, oh, are you going to bring him back? Because this guy I got him from, he's an awesome guy. He's an old dude. He's been doing this for about a year now. He's a new breeder like I am. He just doesn't trust a lot of people. He does. He's old school, definitely, but he's now getting into the reptile world, so he's old school. Let's just go with that. He's an awesome guy. He's a great guy to talk to and talk about reptiles and all that. It's just he could use some work in the reptile world. Definitely good. I could always do it. I could always use a little more work in the reptile world because I still don't know a lot like he does. Like I still there's something I'm tiptoeing around because I don't know completely how the reptile world works. I know the reptile world is very LGBT friendly, and they like people like that. And there are some people that are part of the LGBTQ. Thank you. Friendly, and honestly, my family is.
After that, by the way.
Thank you.
I say that?
So, no. Yeah, I'm gonna go pull up Mochi, and I shall be back. Hurley will be here to entertain and answer any questions if there is any.
And my gummy rolls.
All right, here I am. I am back. Here is Mochi. So this little guy is Mochi, and I'll actually post a poll now. And then yes, I will actually text the guy and see if he actually is. So let me do this really quick. Let me actually put him on my laptop. Now I will do a poll. If I can figure out how to do a poll.
Is it bad? I'm scared. I'm gonna find another trick down there. Come on, go this way.
Mochi, no! Mochi, no! Mochi, no! Mochi, no! Trying to end the live. No, Mochi, no!
Lay down. Hey. No leg.
Ah, here we go.
No. No, lick my feet. Lick my leg, but not my feet.
Mochi.
Hold on, I spell it weird. M-O-C-H-I.
I got it. Here, you want to come here and hold Mochi for a second, or no?
I can hold my big fish.
All right, hold Mochi for a second. I gotta type this. Okay. So we're doing the poll. Hold on. Western hognose. Eastern hognose.
Hi. Hello. He's right here, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Kind of see how loose he is in my hand, though.
All right.
That's how you know.
All right, I'm gonna also post it on my Facebook just to have a.
All right, you good now?
Yeah, I'm good now.
He's recording.
I'll just post it on. I'll make a poll later. Well, this is Mochi. So Mochi, we don't know. We don't know if he's a Western or Eastern. And cool things about these guys is that they're venomous actually, and right behind his eye is his fangs, and those fangs are where the venoms are. So normally front fang like cobras and whatnot, they're front fang venomous. I had to slow down for a second. And that's where the most venom comes out. But with mildly venomous snakes like rear fangs, they actually are not toxic to us people, but they're more toxic to animals. So these guys could hurt the animals or hurt rodents or anything like that.
Unless you are someone who is allergic to bee stings.
But still, it's only going to be inflammatory skin, and it's not going to be life-threatening. It's just you're not going to have a fun trip. It's just one of those things you don't want to happen to you, and it's going to hurt. And that's all going to be. It's going to be like a Gila monster bite. With those suckers, they're going to make you feel like you're crap for weeks. And you're going to wish you want to die because of how bad they have bitten you. But with Gila monsters, it's more the saliva and whatnot. With these guys, if you are allergic to sorry, roommate. But with these guys, they're mildly venomous and they're rear fang. They're not saliva based. They're not anything. They're just venomous. So with Gila monster, it's just saliva based and it's nothing serious. But if you get bit by them, you're gonna wish you were dead. Not actually going to die, but you're gonna be vomiting. You're gonna be hyperventilating. You're gonna be very hot. You're just not gonna have a fun trip. It's not fun at all to get bit by them. And so, yeah. So, but difference between, I believe, hognoses and our beak snakes, these guys are necrotic. No, they're necrotic. These guys aren't. I think so. I think these guys are necrotic and they're not, or it's the other way around.
You're asking the wrong person.
You wouldn't know, would you?
No. I know nothing about venomous.
We're gonna look this up.
I'm a constrictor and crocodilian kind of gal.
Yeah. Effects. I want to say it's also the same thing. I think it's actually, they're both necrotic. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, they're both necrotic. They're both venomous snakes that have the same type of venom. So yeah, if you well actually
Alec, yeah, that's right. Because you said you don't want me holding the red beaks either, because they have the same kind of venom.
so yeah, no, I was wrong completely.
We don't know if I'm allergic to these things or not, so I can't hold them.
But yeah, how do you want to up?
Anyways, so yeah, these guys are the same type of venom. I'm pull out one of the red beaks in a sec. So yeah. So I'm gonna go put Mochi back, and then I'm gonna go get the red beak. So I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm still over here. I just can't stand over there. There's only one spot and only he can sit on it. So I'm over here, so if you have any questions, feel free to write them down and I can answer them. If not, I can make sure that Alec knows about them and he can answer them himself. Hi, Misty Pie. What you doing? So what?
Certain things that stay sacred between them and women. All things considered, this whole thing's pretty fucking human. And she's always listening to your ass juices, or even worse, smell them. I guarantee she'll be sworn to secret calling death. You just said that out of break. I'm trying to fuck you. What are you supposed to do? Hold it in. Go take a shit.
Who's the pretty baby?
Ooh, you're also shit, so I'm gonna put you back in a sec.
Show it off.
So I'm not gonna have this guy out for long because he's actually about to go in the shed. So this is a red beak. These are fast-moving snakes. They're from Central Africa. The hognose is actually from Midwest North American area. So from our area, we can find Western hognose. So with these guys, besides from the dirt has in his mouth from eating the other day. No, this is a red beak snake. So the thing about these guys, they're the same thing, the same fangs of reptiles. So right behind that big eye, and these guys are movement orientated. So I gotta be careful with these guys. For the movement that I make in my hands, he's watching or she's watching. So these guys, they rely on their eyesight to find their food. So that in Africa, if they see a rodent from half a mile away, they will move as quick as they can and get their prey. And these guys actually do constrict their food. They wrap around their food and they will almost choke it out like a constrictor's base for a reptile.
They will also do it to each other if they're in the same enclosure. We found that out because one of his tried to strangle mine.
And this is the one that did that. So they are the type of snake that will cannibalize your other babies. So if you do not remove all your hatchlings from that from breeding, they will cannibalize each other if given the chance to. But always with these snakes, with these particular snakes, always have one hand and keep one eye on these guys. And when I say that, these guys are so quick, you could lose them in a split second. And they are, like I said, they are fast-moving snakes. And they will mess you up. Like these guys are a little more venomous. I found out not too long ago. These guys are a little more venomous than than actual hog noses. So, but then again, and also think about it. We're from North America. There's not a lot of venomous snakes up here aside from timber rattlers and what's the other one, Jane?
Diamondback.
Not diamondback, the other one.
Timber and
Okay. Give us 1 second. We have this is one thing that I have a hard time pronouncing myself.
it was a kind of rattlesnake, you said?
It's a false rattlesnake. I know that for a fact. We have two type of rattlesnakes, but one is a false rattlesnake. It does have a rattle like tail.
Water cobra.
It's not a false water cobra. We don't have those here. Those
Indica or a Indy.
no, those I
It
know.
started with an M.
Yeah, it's
Moccasin.
No.
look up.
It looks similar to that though.
This is gonna wreck our brains for hours, and then once
Isn't
we,
it in your search history?
I think so, but I have this one in my hand.
And I can't really.
I can't handle that snake either.
Okay. Here, take my phone. Just look up Minnesota venomous snake. It should pop up. Because I looked this up the other day because we went herping the other day.
Minnesota racer.
No, racers are not venomous.
Eastern Masauga.
Masagua. Masagua. What?
Masauga.
Masagua. Sorry. It's a on Indian, no, yeah, a Native American type snake they named after, I believe, one of their gods. I believe a death of god of death. I believe. Don't quote me on that. I haven't really dug much into our venomous snakes around here because I actually changed my mind from doing venomous snakes up here because, again, those are, we only have two types of antivenom, and I'd rather not get into venomous snakes. And I will stick with my rear fangs because my rear fangs are awesome. So, but I'm gonna go put this one back, and then I'm gonna probably end the live. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna end the live here, guys. I'm gonna hope you guys keep going. I hope you all keep it wild, keep it crazy, keep going, follow your passion, and always see you in the next one. And hoping by pretty soon we'll end up getting some new merch. So keep your stick in the eyes. I'll talk to you later.